Hello, Steve. I don't know if I can call you dad. Or I don't know if I can call you manipulator or murderer. Ever since I was 10 years old, I've been told so many things from so many different people. And unfortunately for me, I know you better than anybody in this room. You dragged me with you, and you dragged Sean with you from place to place for years. And you denied us a basic education. And you told us lies. And you acted like you were there for us. And for a long time, I didn't know what to believe. You didn't teach me how to take care of myself. You didn't force me to take showers. You didn't force me to brush my teeth. I mean, what did you do for me? Where were you? Why did you tell me that my mom left us? Why did you do that? Why did you lie to us? You put me and Sean and Ray through so much, and many, many others, but I mean, we were boys. We were just kids. We didn't know any better. You left us to fend for ourselves for so long. It was rough growing up. And, you tell these people, I talk to these people after all this goes down, and they're under the impression that you're a single father struggling to support your sons, but that's you played video games for like 14 hours a day, when me and Sean had one pair of shoes for like 4 years and one pair of pants and like 2 shirts, and all we ate was top ramen for dinner. We went and we walked dogs for $1, around this neighborhood so we could go eat fast food. When we got these sodas, these 52-ounce Coca-Colas every day, like 3 times a day, and that's so unhealthy, and you let us do that. I don't believe you for so many reasons, and you just sent me this letter 6 days ago, saying, son, believe me, I'm telling the truth. I don't believe you, Steve. I don't believe you. When we were in that truck in San Antonio, last summer, 2 summers ago, I told you that you had one shot to tell me the truth, and that I would be on your side. You could have told me that you had brutally murdered my mother, and as long as you had told me the truth, that I would have been beside you. As long as that I had known that you were sorry and that you were going to come clean, that I was going to stand beside you. But you lied to me in my face. Right to my face. And I know it. And I could see it. I could see it. And I told the detective everything. I told him everything. I sent him the letter that I asked you to write out for me. Because I knew you were lying. I knew it. And everybody else knows you're lying. Why don't you just tell the truth? Just say, you're probably going to die behind bars, Steve. That is the cold hard truth. If God is real, and if heaven exists and hell is real, that might be the only thing that can save your soul. I wish I didn't, but I love you. And I'm probably the only person in this room that would fight for you. But I can't. Because even though you weren't there, you did teach me things, You did teach me things. You taught me the importance of truth. And yeah, you taught me how to treat women right, which is ironic, concerning all of this. But You're not following the things that you tried to instill in me. I just want you to come clean. For my sake. For Sean's sake. For Ray's sake. For, my mother's family's sake. For my family's sake. Everybody. Including yours. I wish it didn't have to go down like this. And I wish I could have spoke with you one-on-one. I'll never get that chance. I trusted you, Dad. And you lied to me. And you're probably never gonna come clean. You're probably never gonna tell the truth. I think you want people to feel bad for you. But I don't. You don't have my sympathy. I got John Stevens is outside right now. He didn't make it on time. But that's my foster dad. I showed up here on very short notice, and he gave me a room in his house for 2 weeks, and he's letting me drive around his $50,000 truck for the 2 weeks that I'm here. And he's here outside supporting me. And when I need advice, I ask him for it. And when I'm being a he tells me. And he helps me. And he and his wife, Janine, my mom, my foster mom, who passed away unfortunately, but they showed me what a family is. And I got my little brother Daniel over there. He's my little brother, and he's a foster brother, and they have been more of a family to me than you ever were. And you took that away from me. And I don't know how you could live behind this lie for so long and hurt so many people. You have lied to me so many times over the years, and I didn't get that. I didn't realize that. I was too young. I think there's a word for it. It's called Stockholm syndrome, and that's where you start to, sympathize and empathize for your abuser, And I think that's what I have, because for a long time I was just wishing for the best for you. I wish that nothing would happen, but as I grow older and I become a man and I start to think for myself, I look back on all the shit that you did and what you said and the way you lied. Like, for example, that one time when me and Sean walked in on you watching pornography, you told me and Sean that, oh no, I'm not watching porn, I'm looking for your mom. Oh yeah, your mom used to be into this, so I'm just looking for this. Maybe I can find her on this. Maybe this is where she disappeared to. Maybe I can find her online. But that was complete because according to you, she killed herself. So you lied to me then, and you've lied to everybody. And that's just, one example that I have of you lying to me. One that I thought of after you, said she killed herself. And me and Sean talked about it. We talk often. Unfortunately, he's not here. He'd like to be, but he's actually taking care of his family. His son. I believe that you killed Christine. I don't know for sure, but I believe it. I don't believe you, though. Nothing out of your mouth has credibility. Nothing. You've lied for too long. And sometimes I think you start to believe your lie. But that's not true. You know what you did. And you're trying to protect yourself, and you want people to feel bad for you. And you can shake your head. But she's dead. And it is your fault. So I have.
Provide another statement to the courts through the Kootenai County victims.
It's in the PSI.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, and I did read that.
Okay.
And if you would just tell us your name for the record.
Angela Baker.
And then happy to hear anything you would like to say then.
Okay. I'm Chrissy's older sister, and a lot of these details I'm just hearing today for the first time. And I'm sorry to hear that you have lupus, Steve, but at least you're alive, right? You have lived rent-free in our heads for 15 years. The rent has now come due. Besides the murder of my sweet sister, whom I loved with all of my heart, many crimes have been committed. First and foremost, the separation of 3 boys from their mother. Also, the pain of Christy's mother, my mother, Wendy's mother, having to choose an urn to hold her daughter's ashes. The denial of middle-age camaraderie between 3 sisters is gone. It's the annihilation of a very important cog in our wheel. In an era of blatant lies from the highest realms of the earth, you, Stephen, have broken the mold. You have sought to rewrite my sister's story time and time again. First, the lie that she was a woman of immoral character who would just up and leave her children and husband for some random man. The second lie was that she would kill herself and leave her boys, her family, and friends, as if none of it ever even mattered. As if you were trying to protect anybody but yourself. I have a rule, and who my sisters love, I love also.